been such a wonderful day. And what a lovely night. Look, isn't it beautiful, darling?
What?
Our future shining out there.
It's just a street light.
Just thinking about it scares me.
Don't think about it then. I love you.
You think I don't love you? I never would. I never could anybody as much as I love you. The first thing I think about when I wake up in the morning. I even dream about it at night. That's how bad it is.
Sounds very bad.
So
I'm both a bit crazy, but maybe it won't last long.
it's got to forever.
And ever and ever.
I do hope you mean it. I'll die if you don't.
I do. Did I not say I do? I do a few hours ago. I do. I do with all my heart.
What's that?
Oh, that. It's a bed.
I can see that.
A four-poster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forgive my mathematical turn of mind. 4 posts.
I can count.
Oh, then I presume you mean, in addition to anything else. What is it?
Yes.
Well, this, dear heart, is the bridegroom's gift to the bride. I assembled it myself with loving hands, bit by bit.
It's big.
Good for a lifetime. Guaranteed we can pass it on to our children.
Our who?
Well, any descendants we may accumulate. Inner spring, the greatest invention of the 19th century. Would you care to try it?
Some other time. I mean, not just now. But it's a lovely gift. Thank you very much.
That's what I'm here for, to provide the necessities. Food, drink, and shelter. It's been a tiring day.
I'm wide awake.
Are you going to light all the candles?
Yes.
Why?
So we can read.
Read? Tonight?
We promised we wouldn't change each other, and you said you always read before going to sleep.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, how indiscreet of me. I'm happy. Are you happy?
Please, John, say something else for a change.
I can't. I've no other words to express what I feel. Happy, 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 happy. Thank you, God. Happy.
Johnny, get up.
I'm only worshipping you, my darling.
Are you out of your senses if our Lord should see you?
The Almighty couldn't but rejoice in such happiness.
Johnny, get up. You mustn't blaspheme. Just because he had a little too much wine to drink.
I haven't drunk a thing. If I'm drunk, it's with happiness.
Let me smell your breath.
Oh, 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 oh. Am I?
What?
Drunk.
I forgot to smell.
Well, let's try again.
No.
Oh, oh,
No.
oh.
Do bring up the bags.
Bags? How did that unromantic, materialist thought spring into your head?
Well, as long as this is our house.
Oh, how right and practical. We'll need those bags shortly. qui fait bon dormir auprès de ma blonde, qui fait bon. Shall I unpack?
Do.
What, any old place?
Please. What was that song you were singing?
Song? I forget.
Went da da dee da da dee da.
Yes, it was a little French song I picked up in France.
What about it?
Oh, no exact meaning.
That's ridiculous.
Well, it's a ridiculous song.
Auprès de ma blonde. That means alongside my blonde, doesn't it?
Yes, I believe it does. My French is pretty wonky.
Then what?
Then what? Oh, the song, you mean? Qu'il fait bon, fait bon, fait bon.
It means that it's good. Alongside my blonde, it's good. What is?
Walking. It's an old French hiking song. It's good to tramp alongside my blonde. Qu'il fait bon marcher.
Have you ever had a lover?
Happy.
It's a civil question, civilly asked. Have you?
Well, it's the sort of thing that could happen to anybody.
Did it?
Well, at 13, I had recurrent dreams about a buxom Scandinavian cook.
I was asking for simple, basic information.
Well, you have me at a disadvantage at the moment.
Being married for the first time.
Yes, it puts a different aspect on things.
No!
What? No. Why not?
No. I want to go home. I don't know you very well. I don't know whether I even like you.
Oh, Abby, keep calm. Here, let me give you a drink.
No, you just want to make me drunk.
No, Abby, I only...
I want to go home, dear. I should never have married you. I hate you. I wish I was dead. I wish you were dead.
Oh, dearest, please. It's quite natural to feel this way. It's just your realization it's a particularly sad night. Your youth is over.
How can you say such a thing?
Abby, drink this.
That's what you think. My youth is over. That's what you lie.
Oh, that's right, darling. Cry. Harder. That's the spirit of it. Here, have a little of this.
No. You just want me to drink. You're not having a thing.
At your father's house, I had 3 whole bottles.
Then why did you lie?
Me lie? When?
I haven't drunk a thing, you said. If I'm drunk, it's with happiness. Johnny, take me.
Darling, only a few moments ago you
I
said...
didn't. I didn't.
Of all the... Look, Abby. Smell my breath.
No.
Please. Oh.
I'm dizzy.
I love you.
I'm so embarrassed.
Why?
Because I'm dizzy.
So am I.
Dizzy?
Embarrassed.
Why?
Maybe because we're married.
So we are. Johnny, why do you think I married you?
I don't know. Maybe you were sorry for me, or bewitched by my charm, or maybe just because I badgered you to death.
All of those things, but mostly, I think, because we're friends.
Friends deeply in love. You don't want to go home now?
No.
In there.
Thank you. Johnny, why do you dislike my father?
Oh, I I don't dislike him. I tolerate him because he had the good sense to be your father.
But he's letting us live here.
With 10 other tenants. But don't you worry. When my poems are selling like hotcakes, we shall abandon this gloomy nook. I shall personally kick out the star border below and take over the sunlit grandeur of the whole house. You shall have your own personal golden toothbrush.
Why are you doing this, Johnny?
Well, since I have less to do than you, I shall be ready quicker.
Oh, thank you.
Suddenly realized that last remark had no meaning whatsoever.
Didn't it?
Absolutely not a grain of sense.
Do you dislike Daddy because he got you that teaching job?
Well, Daddy may have got it for me, but they took me because I was so brilliant.
Will you like teaching?
Well, I may not be capable of the sustained hypocrisy that the profession demands.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm flagrantly lacking in public spirit. I shall not attend athletic contests, nor am I interested in the spiritual welfare of the boys. In short, I am impenitently an individualist. There. Any further questions?
I can't think of any.
Sure?
I'm trying hard.
My beloved darling, don't be frightened. Don't be embarrassed. I love you. You look like a little girl.
I don't feel like a little girl.
Oh, it's been a tiring day.
Johnny, you don't happen to have a poem on you on our wedding?
No. That is to say, no, I...
Read it to me. Read. Where is it? In your pocket?
No, yes, I think it's got to be wonderful. It's called The Fountains of Central Park.
Oh, read it. Read it all to me. Slowly.
While we're getting ready. Listen, what do you think of the permutation of the consonants, the onomatopoeia? Hissing shoots the slender shower out of shining, slimy stone.
It's wonderful, Johnny, just wonderful.
Yeah, I thought so, too. Hissing shoots the slender shower out of shining,
Johnny.
slimy stone.
Johnny.
Swaying shivers, sparkling flower. Rainbow glinting in the foam. Flashing, flashing, splashing, crashing, dashing down to luminous home. Lightning sparklets, tingling, roaring, thundering, ringing into night. Singing, clinging, clinging, winging, iridescent, minute might. Languid, liquid, loving, lulling fingers feeling through the dark. Pooling, cooling, soft or ruling parched pavements of the park. Soft gazelle weaves moist embroidery in her needle-footed prey. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Dark exhaling, sparks regaling, mirrored in her lambent gaze. Evanescent, flowing flower, are you sure you're all right?
Yes, thank you very much. I love the poem.
Well, it's pretty long. I'll finish it tomorrow.
You all right?
Yes, I'm shaving.
Do you usually shave at night?
No, not usually.
You don't really wear a nightcap.
No, darling. Only I mean, the draft. Oh, darling, what is it? Why are you crying?
No, I'm sorry, but my father usually wears pajamas, and I thought by now all...
Well, stop it. It's not funny. I prefer nightshirts, but I had it embroidered especially for you.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, I don't see what's so funny about it. Oh, all right, I'll put on my trousers, anything to stop your hysteria.
No, I'm not laughing anymore. It's a beautiful nightshirt, really, and this embroidery is enchanting. Makes you look so distinguished, just like a Roman nobleman. Oh, please, darling, forgive me.
No, I'm distressed deeply.
Oh, I am sorry.
Why aren't you undressed?
I am. Underneath.
Oh, my pet. Think I was going to bite you?
Yes.
Let me help you.
Turn round.
Yes, of course. Can I turn around now?
Yes. It's rather a pretty bed, isn't it?
Yes, it's antique, you know.
Which side do you prefer?
Oh, I don't mind a bit. Whichever suits you is fine with me.
Well, I prefer this side because of the door.
The door?
Oh, well, in case of breakfast or if somebody should ring.
But who would?
I don't know. It's just a precaution.
I see.
Turn round.
Yes, of course.
Don't look.
Of course not.
Hadn't you better put out the lights?
Oh, I thought I did.
Sorry. Johnny, do you feel strongly about children?
I didn't marry you for the sake of having them.
Oh, you don't like children?
Well, not children in the lump. I think it's possible that one day I might come to one.
Your own?
No, yours.
Thank you, darling. Better open the window and let a little fresh air in. Oh, don't turn round.
What's the matter now?
I've forgotten to take off my stockings. Johnny, tell me once more how much you love me.
Well, I can't anymore.
What?
I mean, I can't love you any more than I do. I worship. I'm the happiest. I'm mad about you.
That's what I am about you, honestly.
That's nice, darling.
I'm so happy, I couldn't possibly be any happier.
That's lovely, dear.
And I wouldn't want to be either.
What?
Happier. I wish everything could stay as it was before today, forever. I couldn't stand any more happiness, could you?
Good grief, no.
How coldly you say that.
Well, what the devil do you expect?
Johnny, is that the language you should use on your before going to sleep? You ought to be ashamed.
Well, I'm frozen all over.
Oh, well, that's silly. Come on, climb into bed. Johnny.
Oh, no.
Thank you for marrying me.
It was a pleasure. Abby! Abby? Hello? Abby! Abby? Abby? Hello, Abby?
Yes, 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 yes. What is it?
Abby,
What is it?
where have you been?
In the attic.
I thought you were in the cellar.
I was, but I was hanging the wash in the attic.
Well, you oughtn't to go running up and downstairs in your condition. Why didn't you do the wash in the attic?
Because the tubs are in the cellar. How's your headache?
Oh, it's worse, much worse.
Cool as a cucumber. What did you want?
I thought I heard the postman.
Oh, I'll see. Well, directly I've hung the wash.
I want it now.
What difference does it make?
All right, I'll get it myself.
No, 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 no. Stay in bed. Keep warm. What are you so grumpy about anyway?
What's grumpy about wanting my mail?
Anything important in it?
Well, how do I know? I haven't seen it.
I'll get it. I'll get it. You certainly are in a savage mood. Stuck on the poem?
Stop blithering and get my mail.
Maybe a little music will soothe the savage breast.
It's beast. If you want to quote correctly. It soothes the savage beast.
I didn't want to call you a beast. Johnny, letter from your agent.
Oh, put it anywhere.
Aren't you going to open it?
I think I have a fever. Feel my pulse.
I never can find it.
Here. Well, anyway, I know I have a fever.
How do you know?
I can tell.
Well, it's just a sniffle. I'll get the thermometer.
What's so funny?
Well, when we were children, my father used to make up a word for what you've got. He called it a snifficulty.
Snifficulty?
Yes, a sniffling difficulty. A snifficulty. Well, we thought it very humorous.
Your dear father was injected with embalming fluid years ago, but he failed to take a hint.
Don't talk.
Oh, my head is stabbing me.
Oh, darling.
Oh, now I shifted it here.
There?
Don't you feel anything?
You've got a pain here?
As if I'm stabbed. Oh, now it's moved to the other side. Oh, don't take your hand away. Oh, the pain's terrible, terrible.
What sort of a pain?
No, in waves.
At regular intervals like clockwork.
Yes, yes.
First nothing and then growing until you could scream.
Yes, how did you know? Boo! There it goes again.
That's impossible, Johnny. You've got the pain. The doctor said I was to call him about the moment I got it. He said the baby would be on its way.
The baby, on its way. My shoes, where are my shoes?
What's wrong?
I'm going to get the doctor.
Why?
Well, he said so the moment you get the pain.
Not if you got them.
You mean you don't feel anything then?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Darling, please get back to bed.
No, I can't.
Something is wrong. What is it?
this?
Dear John, I regret to say that your book of poems, The Fountains of Central Park and Other Future, has been turned down finally by every book publisher, New York, Boston, Philadelphia, London. They say they don't understand them. I'm very sorry. What are you doing?
If the publishers are stupid enough to misunderstand my poems now, then posterity will.
No, John, no, don't, Johnny.
Give me those.
No, Johnny, no, these poems belong to me, too.
I want to be recognized now, not when I'm a grinning skull. Not a pretty sight, is it? My feelings, my desires, my heart, all my hopes and agony, going up the flue like so much hot air. I'm a bust, a complete washout.
I love you.
I love you too, but it's no good, Abby. I've got to get a job.
You will, don't worry.
But I do. A man's got to work. What do we live on?
You're a fine writer. You're a great writer. Only...
Only what?
Well, we once had a composition teacher in high school, and she always told us to write about things we know.
Really, a high school teacher?
Why don't you try it once instead of gazelles and fairy queens and fountains?
Really, you'd have me writing Little Women, I suppose. Mr. Louisa May Alcott.
No, but you could write honestly. Say, about people like us.
What's so remarkable about us?
Well, isn't it remarkable that we should be sitting here on a cold, snowy day, warmed by the heat of your poems and your child moving inside me? Isn't it a miracle in a way?
Well, it's a regulation sort of miracle.
And isn't it a remarkable miracle that we two should even have met?
It happens all the time.
Huh? That's what's so constantly remarkable. A book. That's what it could be. And it ought to be called Whither Thou.
Why?
Because whither thou goest, lover dear, I shall go too.
You're sweet. Sweet, utterly idiotic imbecile.
Oh!
Abby, darling, what is it?
Oh, God. Oh, God, oh, dear God.
The doctor. The doctor, shall I get him?
No, stay. Oh, God, oh, God.
Oh, darling, darling, my angel, Abby, my love.
This is the day they give babies away with half a pound of...
Abby!
This is the day they give babies...
Abby, I can't just stay here. I must do something. I'll get the doctor.
No, no. No, stay. I'm not quite certain yet.
I thought you were going mad singing like that. Are you all right?
Good heavens, yes, perfectly. The doctor said when the first pain started, I was to sing. That it would help. It's all right, dear. Honestly, it is. Perfectly natural. Now, you're not to worry.
Well, it's more than worry. I'm afraid.
I'm not, Johnny. Honestly, not at all.
Well, I'm afraid of something different.
What?
That I've lost you.
Did the doctor tell you something he didn't tell me? Look at me.
No, it's nothing to do with the doctor. It's nothing to do with you. It's to do with me. I'm sick at heart, Abby, if I've lost you.
But you haven't lost me, darling. You've got me right here.
Yes, but your heart is gone. I wish I were lying in that cradle.
Fool.
Now, listen, before that cuckoo pushes me out of the nest, I just want to tell you once more that I love you. That's all, love you. Just as you are, with hiccups and chilblains and scratching your tummy in your sleep. I thought I was marrying a fairy queen with a doll's smile, and I woke up to find a friend and a comrade and a wife. You know, sometimes when I lay awake longer than you, with my arm around you and your head on my shoulder, I thought with pity about all those poor lonely chaps staring at the ceiling or writing poems. It's a pity, such tremendous happiness. I knew even at that moment it couldn't last, and I was right, that's all.
Sweet, sweet idiot. I love you. Do I have to prove it to you? Even if we have 20 children, you are my husband, and I'd leave them as foundlings on doorsteps rather than lose you.
I wish I could believe you.
If you don't, I'd say something terrible.
Well, say it then. Well?
I've said it.
I didn't hear you.
It wasn't meant for you. Oh, God, I can't bear it.
Abby,
Johnny.
I love you. I believe you. I can't stand it.
Oh, Oh. Oh.
I'll get the doctor.
No, Johnny, don't leave me now. I don't want to be alone now. Johnny, please don't leave me. Johnny. Johnny, don't leave me. John. God, please forgive me for what I said just now. Don't take my baby away from me. If it would make me love him less, for I love him so much, so terribly much.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
John, come back and help me. Help me get out of this straitjacket. If you please, John, I'm suffocating.
You say that as though it were my fault.
It is your fault. It's as though I were in a mental and emotional straitjacket all evening.
I thought the lecture went extraordinarily well. Did you notice in the end how everyone applauded? In happy metronomic spasm.
It was disgusting. You weren't a writer up there, you were a ham actor. They smiled when you told them to smile. They tittered when you told them to titter.
I never titter.
You were a cheap mountebank, mouthing.
I filled Carnegie Hall, didn't I? And because those predatory females find me personally titivating, they buy my books, attend my lectures, and I'm able to give you those astoundingly lovely jewels.
Good night, John.
I am not sleeping in the library tonight.
No?
No.
Didn't you pay that cabbie?
No, I asked him to wait. Abby, I'm not going to keep you in uncertainty any longer.
What are you talking about?
Us, what else?
What about us?
Now, please, try to keep calm.
I am calm. Calm as a cucumber.
The plebeian expression is cool as a cucumber.
I'm cool as ice.
Now, if you insist upon taking this attitude, I shall be forced to lie to you, and I have too much respect for you for that.
Respect?
However strange that may sound.
Please go then. Don't tell me anything.
No, I want to be honest.
You haven't had an honest thought since success ballooned your head to its present unbearable size.
My dear woman, I may be the vainglorious nincompoop you think I am, but you're committing a tragic mistake.
Listen to him, listen to him. To be married to a man for 12 years and then be addressed like a lecture audience. Tragic mistake, can't you hear yourself, you poor darling idiot? You do nothing nowadays except quote passages from your books.
Are you going on like this, or must I...
Yes, you must. You shall hear me, because there's only one person left in the whole wide world who still loves you in spite of what you've become. And I am going to tell you.
You are mistaken. There is another.
Who?
You don't know her. That's why I asked the cabbie to wait.
Who is she? Tell me.
That doesn't matter.
Is she young? Tell me, how young?
Old enough.
Oh?
Well...
Well, good night. Good luck.
I must say you're taking this extraordinarily well, Abby. You don't even seem surprised.
Surprised at what? That you suddenly developed the morals of a peculiarly disreputable tomcat?
Abby!
Good night.
You're so sure of yourself, you make me sick.
Sorry, but good night again.
What's the matter with you?
I'm only trying to help you.
You don't believe me, do you? Otherwise you'd be making a scene. You'd be enjoying hysterics.
I believe you.
Well, you can think what you like. I love that woman. I can't do without her. I must have her or I'll go mad.
Why don't you just go?
So this is the end.
Sounds like it.
And all because you doubted my success. And now you've driven me into someone else's arms. Somebody else who realizes more clearly that a wife will have to share me with my work.
Does she realize she'll have to share you with other women as well?
She doesn't need to. At last I found a woman who'll live with my work, and a greater guarantee of faithfulness nobody could have.
How does she live with it? What does she do?
Nothing. She listens.
How cozy.
She encourages me with a look. She,
With a kiss?
Yes, if necessary, and when I cheer, she cheers.
Hooray!
And when I meditate, she meditates.
Hadn't you better start meditating about the size of your taxi bill?
I'm glad you understand.
No, I understand you perfectly.
It's just that I'm at the mercy of a feeling stronger than I.
I understand.
And it's a delicious feeling.
Quite.
It's the greatest thing that can happen to a human being. I'm glad you understand so well, Abby.
Well, I'm human, too. Good night.
What do you mean, you're human, too?
My friend, I've accepted the situation because I know that a human being is helpless when at the mercy of this feeling, however horrible, and at the same time delicious it may be.
Abby.
Go now, will you? Leave happy, jubilant at the thought that you're not leaving a helpless, tragic wreck behind.
Abby, while I've been away on these lecture tours, you haven't...
Good night, John.
For 12 long years, I believed in you, worshipped you. You were the purest, noblest thing in my life.
Whither thou, page 316, 12th line from the bottom. Good night.
Open up.
No, please go away.
Now, Abby, be reasonable. Abby? Abby, open up, open up. Abby, we're acting like children.
You're acting like children.
But we've got to talk this over.
There's nothing to talk over. You can see Daddy's lawyers in the morning.
Why do I need to see Daddy's lawyers?
For a divorce.
A divorce? Abby! Abby, let me in or I'll break the door down.
The arrangements can be simple. I'll take this house, the children, and all the money. You can have her.
Abby, I'm warning you. Abby, do you hear? Very well, then. Abby, for the last time, will you open the door? It's important. Abby, you realize you've never struck me before?
No, but I felt like it. Now go away, please. I have a big day ahead of me tomorrow, new plans to make, and I need some sleep.
Abby, I've started writing a new book.
When?
3 weeks ago.
And haven't read me anything yet? Impossible.
I read it to her.
Oh, and?
Oh, she liked it all right. She thought it was wonderful, but
I don't believe you.
I'd love your opinion of it, Abby, if only you'll open the door and...
No. You're a liar and a cheat. And never as long as I live will I be able to feel a grain of respect for you again. Johnny? John? Johnny? John, where are you? John, it won't open. I'm trying to open it. It's jammed. Johnny, I tried to open it, honestly. I'm sorry, Johnny, I didn't mean it. Wish I were dead. Smug and self-sufficient fool. Johnny! Johnny, come in!
No, there's a little rain pipe out here. I'm going to walk all around the building.
Johnny, you'll fall! You slip and break your neck!
What difference does that make to you?
You're right. Now,
Whee! Look at me, one hand. Whoa!
I hope your life insurance is paid up. Because of the children, I mean.
It was childish, I know, but I had to get in.
There's no way to get out either. Your battering has jammed the lock.
Abby,
Of course, you can jump out or steeplejack up and down in front of the house if you like.
Abby, I'm sorry.
Stay where you are or I'd strike you with this.
After tonight, I believe you would.
Especially after tonight.
I'm wet and miserable.
Maybe it'll develop into pneumonia by tomorrow morning and solve all our problems.
I've never seen you this way before.
I've never been this way before.
Abby,
Yes?
I got a chapter of my new book. I wasn't lying to you out there,
You said she thought it wonderful, but... But what?
but she also thought it was a little coarse.
Course? You? What kind of a sissy is she?
Well, that's why I wanted your opinion on it, Abby. May I read it to you, Abby?
Ah!
Oh,
Over there.
but the light's so bad.
If I know you, you know it by heart. Back.
Oh, sure you won't mind, Abby?
Not at all. I try not to laugh at all the wrong places.
Thank you.
Sure, she won't mind.
What?
Oh, won't she find it strange, you spending the night with your wife?
Oh, I'll explain it was innocent.
She must be a big fool. I'd never believe you.
Do you mind if I take my shoes off? They're wet.
No, no, make yourself at home.
I call this one Eventually.
Meaning her.
Meaning you. Shut up now. Chapter 1. The whole house had gone to seed. The hedge needed cutting. One shutter had a loose hinge. The feeling of dry, quiet rot was present. Less intangible details and in an atmosphere of subtle decay.
Oh, the house we had last summer in Connecticut.
Yes.
What a lovely summer. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Please don't interrupt. And then he saw her. You could see her vitality wherever she went. None could deny that she was a fine figure of a woman. Glossy black hair, tawny skin, bold eyes, and a nervous intensity of manner.
Me?
Always you.
You in this?
Eventually.
What's that?
The storm. Shall I continue? There was a bloom and freshness about her, a sparkle of eyes and a flush of natural color.
Hers?
Yours.
Is there something loose?
It might have been a mouse. Her movements were quick and lithe, like those of a cat.
Oh.
He looked at her.
He is you.
Right. He looked at her. He was a handsome fellow beyond all doubt. Honest, straightforward.
Huh.
But his face was drawn. Would she ever be his? 7 years married to old Dr. Howard, and at this dangerous phase of her mental and emotional life, they'd married.
This isn't that old chestnut, dear, about the young, misunderstood wife and her understanding husband who should have been her uncle, is it?
Well, there is a certain similarity, but listen. When she saw him, she ran to him, arms outstretched, and kissed him hungrily. Darling, darling, she said. Have you told your husband, he said. No, she said. Why not, he said. I can't, she said. Are you sure he doesn't know all about me, he said. No, he doesn't know, she said. He doesn't seem to notice. People, he said, notice more than you think. I know that, she said. I'm fond of my husband. This is not a lie or a pretense. But this thing between us, dear heart, is not an infatuation or a carnal thing.
How delicate of her.
Johnny, where are you? Did you do that? Johnny, stop it! Now let me go!
No, Abby, once and for all. No, stop it, Abby, stop it!
Let me go! I'll never forgive you. Never, never, never!
I'm sorry, Abby. I thought...
I know what you thought, and it won't work.
I promise I'll be good, or must I go?
Well, how can you go? At least until morning. Do you really promise?
Yes.
All right. Read to me. But from over there.
You needn't worry. You might as well be civilized and spend the rest of the night. I mean, that is, unless you're sleepy.
Not a bit sleepy now.
In case you get cold.
Thank you. Well, you have some too.
Thank you. I'd feel better, but that is more comfortable if I could just get for the light, you know.
All right, but no shenanigans.
I just want to say one simple thing.
Simple or simple-minded?
No matter what, I love you. I want you. I need you. No matter what, I'd like to be forgiven.
Start reading. From the beginning.
Eventually, chapter 1. The whole house had gone to seed. The hedge needed cutting. One shutter had a loose hinge. The feeling of dry, quiet rot was present. Less intangible details and in an atmosphere of subtle decay. And then he saw her. You could see her vitality wherever she went. If you'd stop tickling my ear, I'd be able to get on.
I was just thinking about forgiving you and hating myself for it.
Darling,
Now, if you smile victoriously at me, I'll...
if I do anything, I shall cry.
Just go on. Read.
None could deny that she was a fine figure of a woman. Glossy black hair, tawny skin, bold eyes, and a nervous intensity of manner. There was a... I think I'm going blind.
Isn't there another old chestnut about love being blind? I love you, but read me some more of that lovely book.
There was a bloom and richness about her, a sparkle of eyes and a flush of natural color. Her movements were quick and lithe, like those of a cat. Darling, it's cold. Shall we go to bed?
Eventually.
Wake up, I've something to show you.
What's the matter?
What in the name of sanity have you got in your head?
It's a slumber helmet.
What's it for Pete's
To
sake?
keep the curls. I got it yesterday. It's the latest thing. Did you wake me up just to find out what this was?
Abby, will you concentrate? He's 17, almost 18. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. And now this.
What, for heaven's sake?
Your son. Whiskey.
I don't understand. What time did you say it was?
4 o'clock.
But, darling, he told you he'd be late. He specially asked for permission to go to that dance. I gave him the key myself.
Oh, so you approve of all this? You think it's perfectly natural for a boy of 18 to souse in his bedroom and stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning?
Darling, he told you. Surely the child has a right to a bit of gaiety.
One day let me explain to you the difference between gaiety and delirium tremens. This year of grace.
Remember how he loved us?
16.
Wouldn't go to bed without it, even when he was 11 years old.
I have nothing to fear.
And the duck Daddy gave him.
Eternal authority. Strange from the setting sin of a father deciding what a son shall do. Abby, will you stop playing? Are you listening to me?
Sorry. But he's only out with some school friends.
School friends, a bunch of young premature drunks.
Old enough to be in the army next week. They need to have fun. Maybe their last chance.
Our political prophecies are absolutely zero. I told you over and over again we're not going to get involved with that war in Europe. President Wilson assures us. Take my word for it. I assure you personally.
I'm very glad, dear. Is that Benny? I wouldn't if I were you.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, he's stronger than you and bigger and in better condition after the football season.
He wouldn't dare strike me.
I did, and he may have inherited that tendency from me.
Benny? Benjamin? Benjamin, is that you? Benjamin! Someone else.
Darling, why don't you go to bed?
Because I'm worried, and so are you.
What on earth gives you that idea?
Because you're brushing your hair nervously at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Of course I'm worried. I wasn't, but it's your worry worries me. I suppose it's one of those occupational risks of parents. I just can't believe it. How did you find this?
Well, since midnight, I've been sitting downstairs waiting, getting more worried by the minute. So I decided to go upstairs to see if he'd climb through the window.
And?
Well, then I got a poking in his closet and saw the toy box.
And?
Well, then I got a fiddling with his toys, and there it was. What a scoundrel he must be to have hidden it there.
What a scoundrel you must be to have found it there. Just isn't possible. A boy can't be drinking on the sly without his mother knowing.
You've got to face it, my dear.
And I'm sick and tired of you coming down like a ton of bricks every time the poor boy does anything at all. Go to bed.
No, I shall stay awake. I want to see your face when he comes reeling in.
Do you mind if I observe your expression closely when I tell you that your beloved daughter is in love?
What? With whom?
With the boy next door.
What, with that bun-face? That moron with the protruding teeth?
I think it's fairly serious. She tells me her heart is quite broken.
Oh, nonsense. At 15, her broken heart will remain intact for years, along with her virtue. I hope.
And that reminds me, have you talked to Florence about sex?
Sex? What a raw word for such a lovely pastime.
That means you're not going to tell her.
No, I am not. And if that moron comes here again, I shall shoot him. After spending her life with me, she can't fall in love with something hatched out of an egg.
Are you suggesting that the only person that Florence will be allowed to fall in love with is a younger edition of yourself?
Of course, now don't be so disgusting. What I mean is, we should have given them taste. They should have inherited our taste.
Well, Benny seems to have inherited your taste for whiskey.
Oh, very funny. I don't know how you can joke about it.
I'm not joking.
Here, I think I need a swig of this.
Darling.
I'm poisoned. Is it poison?
Cod liver oil.
Cod liver oil.
Yeah. However did it get into this bottle?
All I can think of is the scoundrel must have set a trap for me.
Now, wait a minute. 5 years ago, remember when he had to take a spoonful of cod liver oil every evening, and he wouldn't take it in my presence, and I used to measure the bottle every morning to see that he had? Well, this is where you put it.
You mean to say that stuff I was drinking was 5 years old? Abby, come to bed. He mustn't find us like this. Be quiet. No, Abby, please. Abby. Abby, shh, 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 shh. I guess I'm not a satisfactory parent.
You're very satisfactory in every conceivable way. I thought I'd give these to the Salvation Army for other children.
Good idea.
And I thought I'd see which of these still work, then those that don't, we can have fixed.
Good idea. Should I get Florence to... No, I'll take her for a walk. Abby, if you'd only let me... Oh, never mind. I'll take her for a walk. Well, the bridegroom's mother and father are gone, and everyone else is paralyzed, except me, of course.
No, thank you. I'm a little tired. You seem to be enjoying yourself.
Well, I've been in conversation constantly with the father of the bridegroom. He's an admirably stupid man.
You seem to be getting along with him well enough.
I marvel at his complete and utter asininity. Old Moneybags thinks I'm a success because I make money. I said to him, "You're wrong, old fellow," patting his bald pate. I said, "I make money because I'm a success." It's a differential distinction. I know what I'm talking about, which I doubt, don't you agree?
Why don't you go back to the party?
Oh, by the way this bathtub gin tastes, you'd think our bootlegger bathed in it before he served it. But I got a couple of good ones off tonight, Abby. Old Moneybags was denouncing some of the prettier little girls, you know, the flappers with their flat chests. And I said to him, patting his bald pate again, I said, "Don't worry about their figures, old fellow. They won't hold it against you." Very funny, don't you think? No, you don't get it. Wouldn't hold their fingers against him. What's the matter with you, Abby? You seem so strange. You're not ill or anything, are you?
No, I've just been thinking. Today's the first day of Florence's marriage.
Quite right.
And the last day of ours. I'm going away.
I beg your pardon.
John, I'll say it to you plainly once. Now, please try to listen quietly.
You don't have to say it once. No need to make a fuss. Now there are no more children in the house. You want a holiday. What could be more sensible?
Not for a holiday, John. Forever. Please understand, I want to go away from you.
From me? What have I done?
Nothing. You've been an angel. The only thing is, I can't anymore.
Can't what?
Die behind the stove like a domestic animal.
But, Abby, what about me?
You? Oh, you're a man. You can do what you like until you're 70.
But, my dear Angel...
Stop angering me. It makes me sick. You treat me as if I were in a wheelchair already.
But, Abby...
I want to live. Can you understand that? All my life long, I've been a mother. I've had to be at somebody's beck and call. I've never been able to be myself, really, completely. From our wedding on, when I was a girl who didn't even know what it was like to be a woman, you've turned me into a mother.
But, darling...
I didn't want to tell you all this, John. Honestly, I didn't, but I can't help it. The way you look at me now, this amazement on your face, this heartbreaking stupidity now, how can you expect me to tell you in one night all the things that's taken me a lifetime to understand myself? But don't you feel yourself, darling, that there's nothing between us anymore in the way of tenderness, of real feeling, of love? That we're dead as doornails, that we walk and talk and think like puppets, making the same gestures every day, the same words, the same kisses, the same pecks.
Oh.
No, don't touch me, Johnny. I don't want to blame you for anything. You've always been an angel to me, and you've done whatever you could. As much as you could. So you've never opened the door for me or helped me into my coat or bought me anything nice. Yeah, I know. Some flowers now and again and a few jewels just to show other people that you could afford them. But if only there would have been one book that you didn't like yourself, or a box of chocolates that you didn't like, or a poem even, as it used to be before we were married. Nothing. Look. Just look. No, Johnny, don't do that. It's so easy and it's so mean, really, that you know exactly how much I loved you. Lying and betraying and scolding and pitying yourself. Everything I forgave you. Everything, because you've always known how to make that one little gesture and how to say that one little word. No, honestly, Johnny, I don't want to blame you for anything. I just want you to understand. Do you, Johnny? Do you? Just a little.
I'm trying to, Abby. I'm trying very hard.
Oh, well, it's very difficult. I've been trying to tell you for some time, knowing that you wouldn't believe me.
Believe what?
That I'm sure I don't love you anymore. I even remember the moment that I first realized it. Funny, one clear, terrible moment, suddenly, as if something had collapsed.
Well, if it was something I did, if it was... Well, when was it?
About a month ago, one Saturday morning in the bathroom when I brought you your orange juice. And you were rubbing your head with scalp lotion. And you'd introduced me just that night to young John Stewart. And he'd given me his poems. These poems. Do you remember? And as I gave them to you, I don't quite remember what I said, but you said I could tell them what to do with them, with your hands on your head. And then it was. Suddenly, as if I was seeing you for the first time. As if I were really understanding you for the first time. It was horrible. I hated you. I really deeply hated you.
Abby.
Do you understand now why I'm going away tomorrow morning?
No. But would you tell me where?
What makes you think of that?
I'd just like to know, that's all.
I don't know. Room in a boarding house or a hotel, maybe.
Trip abroad, perhaps?
Good heavens, no.
Why not?
Well, because I just don't feel like it.
Abby, for the first time in my life, I'm at a loss for words.
That is because there is nothing to say, John. We have nothing ever again to say between us. Come in.
Good morning, my dear. Let's go right on with your packing.
Haven't you been to bed?
Haven't slept a wink, trying to figure out what to do.
Did you succeed?
Completely. I must say that overnight I've become quite the amateur, what's that new word? Psychiatrist, that's it.
Are you crazy?
A little. I'm not used to being a psychiatrist, and it's gone slightly to my head. Now, here are tickets to London, Paris, Los Angeles, Florence, Rome. 2 of them. Take your choice, my darling. For after my treatment is over, these are going to take us on our second honeymoon, which I swear to you will go on continuously until death do us part.
You're trying too hard, Johnny. You can't make me laugh.
If you knew how young you looked just now.
Young?
Incredibly young, just like a girl. It was foolish of me not to recognize your symptoms last night.
To hear you talk, anyone might think I was at the dangerous age.
Every age is dangerous when you're in love.
Me in love?
Certainly you're in love. That's what I found out last night. But you're such a decent, faithful angel, you don't realize yourself what's the matter with you.
I don't understand a word you're saying.
Who wrote those poems you gave me last night?
You know perfectly well, John Stewart.
There you are, the other John. You liked what he wrote, didn't you?
I thought it young and promising.
Have you been seeing him on the sly?
Not on the sly. I've given him lunch a few times. We went for walks, and he accompanied me to the theater the other day.
Do you remember what those poems were about and why they were dedicated to you?
I won't say another word to you. Why, the very thought that I, with a boy like that... Look, you simply fail to understand, John. I don't love you anymore. It's got nothing to do with anyone else or anyone else's poems. I'd give 10 years of my life to get that feeling back again.
I accept those 10 years of your life. From now on, you are no longer 43, but 53. Now, wouldn't you laugh yourself sick at this situation at 53?
But I don't want to. I want
To be young.
to live.
To be young.
To be free.
To be young, young, young. Now, watch me closely. I am a great Freudian psychiatrist, and this is the first stage of your treatment. Lie down.
No.
No, we'll assume you're lying down. Theoretically, you are very comfortable. Now, remember, you are 53 and eminently sensible. And I'm going to read to you something that you thought was wonderful when you were an adolescent of 43.
No, John, give those to me. Give those
Oh,
to me.
no, please let go. They're part of the psychiatric treatment. Now, you've been hypnotized, and I'm going to get you out of your trance. Nocturne.
How can you? How despicable of you. To make a fool of a boy who's only just starting.
Nocturne. We were lying by the window seat.
I'm not listening, John. I'm not listening.
On the glass are thrown the net, the dead leaves of an acorn tree. Do you understand why an acorn tree? Why not an oak?
Because it is his concept. Because it's beautiful.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. From a church tower far unseen, a solemn bell strikes 12, but 13 would have been definitely better than. Oh, well. Strikes 12 o'er the darkened field, the silent sea. But then we start and gasp. A frightened, sickening gasp. For a foot has stopped behind the door. No wonder you were both frightened to death. Can you imagine you're grasping each other and gasping, and then you hear my footsteps?
I'm still not laughing, John, if that's what you're after.
That's not what the poet was after, but let's see how he ends. For a foot to stop behind the door, silence, thumping. It's our hearts waiting with our breath until the old lecher has left the floor.
That's not what's written there.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, no, you're quite right, but I like my ending better. Now, second sonnet. New Year, Egyptian.
No, John, please stop.
Are you still so miserable?
I'm empty. As if I were dangling in the air somewhere. There's nothing for me to hold on to now.
Not even an unfunny clown who's got at least 20 books in his head, but he won't be able to write if you desert him?
No, you don't need me anymore.
You only thought that because you were too busy being young, my darling. And that brings me to the second stage of the treatment. Now, I'm a great psychiatric magician, and with one glorious trick, I shall turn an unhappy flapper of 43 into a new abbey. Attention, please. The hand is quicker than all eternity. Watch. Abracadabra, 1, 2, 3. Now watch for the new abbey, whom no one has written a poem about as yet, but who is going to inspire her master to masterpieces. 1 tablespoonful of orange flower lotion.
John, are you man? This bottle costs $20.
1 teaspoonful of voluptuousness, price $46.50.
That's my best perfume.
1 tablespoonful of eternal youth, price 1 marriage of 26 years.
Johnny, please.
Vanishing cream. Vanish. 1 box of powder of dreams. Contents 1 thundercloud full of tears. We allow the contents to simmer over a slow-burning fire of mistakes. Ooh, Judas, what a stink. Add 2 sonnets.
No, John, these poems belong to me. You don't understand. He meant it for the best.
Did he really? Do you call it for the best to turn the head of a woman, the best wife any man could wish himself, at the very moment when she's standing with empty hands because she imagines her job is over and can't think of anything better than to become young again? To try for a second time, help shape and mold some young fool into a writer. Woman before... Abby, what is it? Why are you laughing? I guess I never understand that. 3 whole weeks I've been doing everything under the sun to make you laugh, and with the first serious word I utter.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
Johnny,
Yes?
what's that clatter you're making?
Oh, it's just me. You know how I clatter and clatter. Don't come out for a minute. I've got a surprise for you.
All right. I'm so glad the others left early, aren't you? I'm so glad to be able to go to bed. Can I come out now?
Yes, it's all right now.
What's the surprise? I'm curious. Oh, Johnny.
Supper for two.
Why?
Well, downstairs with all those people, we mostly celebrated the contract for my new book. Up here, just you and I are going to celebrate the much more important fact that the doctor found nothing wrong with you.
Yes, isn't it wonderful? I'm not sick anymore. I'm well.
Let's drink to that.
Oh, Johnny, not more wine. I couldn't touch
Oh,
another
come
drop.
on. Those few odd glasses downstairs can't have done a thing to us.
That's what you think. As soon as you've had one single drink, you look exactly as if you've been crying.
Oh, now, don't evade. Now, bottoms up.
Bottoms up. No, that's all right. We should have a toast.
No, fair's fair. You said bottoms up. We'll have a toast with the next one.
All right.
That's it.
Ah! Oh! No.
No, no.
Johnny, I couldn't possibly.
It was your idea.
My. Well, what's the toast?
Well, let's drink to the wish we whispered to each other on the first night of our marriage.
Well, what was that? I forgot.
That God, whoever, wherever he might be, might blow out together the light of the lovely, the dearest woman he ever created with that of his greatest flop.
And he tells me he's as sober as it. You see?
Well, are you drinking or not?
All right. Hello.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hello.
Cheers.
Oh, it's such a lovely wine.
Chateau Yquem, 1904. And after we finish the bottle, we'll have a nightcap of Napoleon brandy.
1904, Whither Thou, I just published.
Oh, no ugly memories, please. Tonight we're celebrating.
Johnny, now that I'm strong again, why don't we go abroad? You know, Johnny, I was so terrified. For the last 3 years, sometimes I thought I was going to die, didn't you? Can we go to Paris? I'd like to see if that little Apache is still throwing that big woman around. Oh, Johnny, darling, I feel so wonderful.
Let's drink to your feeling wonderful.
Yeah, let's drink to that.
I've always wanted you to feel wonderful. Especially tonight.
Suddenly, I can't help thinking of Benny. Do you think of Benny often?
No.
Oh, how unkind. I do every day. Let's drink to Benny.
No.
Oh, well, please, now, I couldn't sleep a wink if we hadn't drunk Benny's health once, just once.
Oh, all right.
No.
Pick it up and drink it.
No, I'm not going to talk to you if you behave like that. You said something terribly unkind.
You're right. Pick it up.
No. First, you have to take back what you said. Something terribly
Well,
unkind.
what, for heaven's sake?
I can't remember. But I shan't touch a drop until I do.
Drink it. How do you expect to remember otherwise?
Yes, that's right.
Well,
No, I was mistaken. It was something nice.
what was it?
No, that you loved me most of all, and that I was the best, and the dearest, and the loveliest. Or did I say that to you?
Say it anyway.
You haven't deserved it, though.
So forgive me.
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Let's drink to that.
Onk.
Sure.
And all the same, I love you.
But forgive me, never.
Come here.
Where?
Here.
No.
Oh, why not? Don't you want me to forgive you?
Suddenly feel so terribly tired.
Oh, but we've only just started. Now I'm going to drink your health with a nightcap. To you.
dear heart. I never would have wanted anyone else. Never. And I mean it. Why, Johnny? Why did you do this?
He was poisoned.
Poisoned? Oh, did you want to kill me, Johnny?
And myself was in the hour hand in hand, so I...
But why? Because of your new book, is that it?
My new book, it's a mess. They didn't want to publish it until I threatened them with a lawsuit.
But why on earth take poison?
Because the doctor said that you...
What did the doctor say?
Do you know who the best-selling author is at the moment?
I want to know what the doctor said.
You'll never guess, never, if you live to be 100.
Johnny, please tell me, what did the doctor say?
Have a guess, have one.
Did he say I was going
That boy, remember? The one that wrote the poems about the feet in the passage and the clock striking 30.
Johnny, darling, what did the doctor say?
You'll never get better than the doctor said, no.
Doesn't matter, darling, doesn't matter.
You'll suffer all the pains of hell before you die, that's what he said.
Matter, darling.
And I love you so much. That's why I wanted to do it. Go with you, and now it's all wrong.
Doesn't matter, darling.
Years you'll be away from me, years.
Whatever happens, wherever you'll go, I'll be with you, do you hear? Always with you.
No.
And you must promise me, Johnny, because you made a promise to me once. You said you were going to write masterpieces about me. Well, I hold you to that promise, do you hear? I hold you to that promise.
Me? Who am I?
My love. My love. You promise, Johnny?
I'll try.
That makes me happy, beloved.
But I'm not.
That's because you don't believe in God.
No, I believe in him, all right. I can't find him anywhere. He doesn't find me anywhere. We chase each other around the church like the sails of a windmill.
Shall I help you? Shall I?
You?
Well, I'll take your hand, and then we stand up. And then I say, God, this is John. Please let us in, both of us, because I couldn't go in alone. Please, God, when the time comes.
Amen.
If you're in love, the world's a dream of spring, youth and gladness. If you're in love, each breath becomes a prelude to gladness. Life is alive and gay. Time is an endless play. If young and young, as old in
Hello, Johnny.
It's you again. Please go away.
But I'm really here this time.
Nonsense. You're in my subconscious. And it's a pretty mucky subconscious and no place for a girl like you, so go away.
Look, I'm in my wedding dress.
Can't see a thing. Don't you know I'm as good as blind? I must be better talking to myself.
But I want to let you in on a wonderful secret.
No, don't tell me any secrets. You know how I talk and talk. I'm not dependable, so go away.
Look at all these honors. Now, aren't you glad you took my advice and kept on writing? You really are a distinguished, famous old fogey. Now, that's not a bad likeness.
It fails, I think, to do me justice.
Look, they made a picture out of Whither Thou.
Ah, shiny, but it really isn't gold. Now, will you stop chattering?
Are you sure you don't want to hear my secret? It's very exciting.
Don't tell me I'm going to be a father again, not at my age.
This is the day they give babies away with half a pound of tea.
I ran 5 whole blocks in the snow before I realized I didn't have my shoes on. I remember I got a great difficulty.
All I remember is that the doctor took much more time with you than he did with me.
Then his birth absolutely exhausted me. Now, will you get out of my subconscious? I've got to finish this book.
Which book?
The one I'm writing. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever done.
What's it about?
Us. And I've almost finished, so don't interrupt.
Read it to me.
I can't. I have so little time. How often have I told you not to come back in that dress?
Why do you dislike it so much?
I didn't like what happened to us then. It was a silly period.
But gay.
Abby, will you stop it? Abby, will you stop it? Remember, you're in my imagination, and if you don't take that dress off, I'll take it off for you.
No! No! This always was a wonderful bed. May I come out now?
If you promise to behave. What a youthful subconscious I must have.
Well, what's so funny?
I'm supposed to be an authority on women. Actually, I'm only an authority on one woman. You.
There were others. At least one that I can think of.
Who? Oh. Oh, I can't even remember her name.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, Abby, will you leave? You're really being very distracting. What's the matter with me tonight? Shoo. Shoo. Ah.
Johnny. Johnny.
Are you still here? I thought I told you to go.
Well, if I do, maybe after tonight, I won't come back. I might start forgetting you.
Don't be silly. You forget me with whom you shared a whole life.
What's a life? Nothing. A sigh.
Think of all the things we did together. Thought, felt, suffered.
A sigh. If all that was so important, the earth wouldn't be able to bear it. How long do you think people like us have lived? How many have gone before us and how many are there to come?
What is the truth?
We are.
We?
Our love. That's a tiny part of the truth. The rest is nothing. Come, Johnny, I've got to take you someplace if you want to go.
Where?
To start all over again. Love, happiness, misery, loneliness, death. Always different and always the same, all of it.
No, no. Not your death. Not your death.
Why not?
Do you think I want to live through that again? To hear you moan, keep your cold hands in mine without being able to warm them. See the trembling of your lips again. See your tears spray against the light in little drops as you blinked your eyes. All the happiness of our whole life wasn't worth that single moment. Never, never, never do I want to go through that again, never.
But, Johnny, you've got to come.
No, I don't. Because if I go with you, I'll stop writing. And by writing about you, I'm living with you. I haven't got time to die, Abby. That's what you want me to do. Now, please, I've got to finish this book. Just a few words at most.
I'll wait.
You're really most persistent tonight. Usually almost obedient. You leave when I want you to go.
But tonight is different. You can't will me away, because deep down in your heart, you want me to stay.
I'm so terribly, terribly tired. No.
But, Johnny, you ought to be glad. You can be freed of your loneliness and tiredness if you want to. In the middle of work, without illness. Are you afraid of something?
Yes, yes, you don't know the terrible things I've done. I'm frightened, Abby.
Of whom?
Of God, he'll send me down to hell.
You, the dearest man in all the world? What nonsense.
No, go away. You're trying to seduce me to death, and if I give in, I'll land in hell.
No, you won't, dear, because I love you.
What's that got to do with it?
That's all there is.
I don't know what to choose, Abby. I don't know what to choose.
Oh, darling, this is one moment in your life where you really have to choose for yourself. I know it's horrible, but you must.
I don't know what to do.
It's simple. That's my whole secret. All you have to do is embrace me.
I've tried to kiss you 1,000 times in my dreams, but I always wake up too soon.
Try again, sweetheart.
No. For once you come and kiss me. If you're the Abby who loves me, you come to me.
If you want me to, I will.
You're not there, you see? I'm all alone. All by myself. I've got to finish this. I've got to finish. It's beautiful. It's you, my love. Here you are, Abby. It's done. I'll never forget you. I'll... Abby, hurry. We'll be late.
For what?
For our wedding.
But we are married, darling.
You've got to do it all over again.
Would you, darling? Would you? Everything.